Well, good evening, everyone. I have a new book recommendation for you. Now, I should point out this is not a history book, but as a person who is a homeowner, sometimes I have to do repairs here. So I have a repair book to suggest to you. And that book is Sunset Basic Plumbing Illustrated. This is what the spine looks like. And no worries, it was kind of hard to see this because of the glare. So Sunset Basic Plumbing over here, and Lane is the publisher. And the back cover says how to beat the high cost of plumbing. And no doubt it is expensive. But you know, you figure they have a lot of tools and all that. So this is a picture of a sink faucet, kitchen sink faucet, the pieces of it and all that good stuff. In fact, I've had this book for easily over 30 years. The original copyright is 1975, and then a revised copyright of, was it 1983? Yes. And then another copyright of 1987. And I want to say I bought it sometime used at a garage sale. I think it was like 25 cents. And I've had it so long, the pages are beginning to yellow. But when a friend and I were living in her mother's house, she was installing a new faucet and, the pieces of the faucet and all that. So it was very handy to see what each of these pieces was and where they were supposed to go, and yay. So let me read you the contents of this. So Sunset. So this is by the editors of Sunset Books and Sunset Magazine, Lane Publishing Company, Menlo Park, California. All right, so the contents. Quick answers to plumbing questions. You'll need to know. Fix-It Handbook. Yay. Pipe fitting know-how. Plumbing improvements. Plumber's language. Not that language. And an index. And then features. How to read your water meter. Minimizing overflow damage. Turning off the water. Preventing clogged drains. Who here has not had a clogged drain, right? Facelifts for fixtures. Septic tank maintenance. Preventive care for garbage disposals. Closing down plumbing for the winter. I've seen houses when I was looking at places to buy that had like Prestone, antifreeze in the pipes to keep them from freezing. Energy conservation tips. Caring for new fixtures. Adding a second sink. Water conservation tips. Heating water with the sun. Adding an outdoor faucet. And installing a sprinkler system. So the quick answers to plumbing questions. All these Q's and A's. I mean, got a couple of pages at least of those. And then this is the you'll need to know section. They have, I love these illustrations. I really do. I mean, who here hasn't used most of these tools at some point? And then on this page, another illustration right here. It's hard to see because of my fingers, I suppose. That's a supply system diagram. How plumbing works. Here are the pictures of drawings of the water meter. Has some tools they suggest that you have on hand for this job. Now, what I find funny to me is they have a picture of a couple of screwdrivers. One is a Phillips head screwdriver, and the other, this one here, they call it a slot screwdriver. I've always called it a flathead screwdriver. Anyone out there? You call it a slot screwdriver? I have to wonder sometimes if some of these terms are regional, which they certainly could be, I suppose. But you know, they just they talk about. So these are great things to have on hand: pipe wrench, an adjustable end wrench, a plunger. Plungers are our friends. A snake, an auger, things like that. Let's see. The Fix-It Handbook. And they fix a lot of things in here. You know, the sink faucets. I know it's hard to see with the focus. But you know, spout leaks and how to fix them. Leaking compression faucets. Leaking washerless faucets. The different types of faucets, aerator, sink spray, and diverter problems. An aerator is that piece, that little piece at the bottom of the faucet that sends the water out in like streams. Usually the piece you have to remove if you're going to use a portable washer. I use a portable washer. So, yeah. How to fix valves, how to apply caulking, toilet repairs, water heater problems, highs and lows of water pressure, pipe fitting know-how, how to work with copper piping. That's a fun thing to do, by the way. Because you get to use solder, and who doesn't like to use solder? Well, I suppose plenty of people don't like to use solder and fire. Ooh. Anyway, I do highly recommend this book, Sunset Basic Plumbing Illustrated. I mean, this is not a book for plumbers, you know, professional plumbers. It's just not a book for them. And you know, those are people who know exactly what they're doing. And they don't need a book like this to do such basic things. But for a homeowner who just needs to do this or that, something easy peasy that doesn't require tons of knowledge and can follow a diagram. I'm much better if I get to look at a picture of something and then read about it rather than just reading about it and trying to figure it out. I do much better with pictures and diagrams and all that good stuff. Drawings. I keep saying pictures, but they're drawings in here. It's an awesome book. And as I said before, these Sunset books tend to be less expensive than other books. Now, this one has a price tag on the front of $6.95, and that would have been a 1987 price. So they're usually available in stores, you know, home improvement stores, Lowe's, Home Depot, stores like that. Sometimes in hardware stores too, but it's a great book, and I think you'd find this very useful. On the back cover, excuse me as I take off my glasses to read this, more home improvement books from Sunset, Basic Carpentry Illustrated, Basic Home Repairs Illustrated, Basic Home Wiring Illustrated. I wouldn't really want to do home wiring, but maybe it'd be easier with a book like this. And then a whole bunch of, it's just a huge list of their other books. This is the list right here. I mean, that's a lot of books. And by now, they likely have a lot more out there. So anyway, it's a great book. I recommend it highly. And I don't think you could go wrong with this book, to be honest. So on that happy dappy note, thanks so much for watching. This is Patricia, and I'm traveling for history. And every now and then, I have to do some homework. So there you have it. So thanks so much for watching and subscribing. Once I hit 500 subscribers, I'm going to have a live video on YouTube. So I've never done that before. One of my subscribers and followers has told me it's easy, and I guess I'll see just how easy it is. Feel free to ask questions. You can shoot me an email, travelingforhistory@gmail.com, 1 L in traveling. You could you could put in the comments below with the understanding that I'm not going to answer it in the moment. I'm going to answer it in the video. So far, the number of questions I've gotten is a big fat 0, which means that I'll be talking about other stuff. Perhaps answering questions I think you may have. But if you have questions, shoot them over. So thank you so much for watching. I always appreciate it. Until I see you again, have a fabulous evening. Bye now.